It's finna be the shit. Loma versus Rigo, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna go down. Also, welcome to the next edition of the Squabbling Game. You understand? This big feet out the goddamn deep, man. Finna start out by rubbing my two fingers against my thumb, praying to the money gods, hoping that they bless my game. And now that we got that out the way, let's get on with the show. I've been procrastinating, man, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like everybody done already said everything that I was gonna say. And without being experts on these fellas, you gotta understand, man, I'm a fight fan. I think I'm a great strategist, but as a fan, a casual fan, I don't really know who these guys are until the big events like this. But I do know that this is a major event, a huge event, and I've done a little bit of study on these guys within the last like 2 years since Rigo knocked out Nonito Donaire, and Vasily been kind of like getting a lot of recognition in the past, couple of, I'll say, year or so. So I've been following their last couple of fights, and so the style of the tape, I would say this: Rigo being a very well calculated power puncher. I call him plastic man. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got a small frame, but when he, you know what I'm saying, when he gets you lined up in the right position and he stretch out and hit you with that punch, that motherfucker get tall. He like that son bitch on Street Fighter. I think his name was Dialism or some shit like that. But the lone dude with like the plastic man, the plastic man arms. And Rigo remind me of boxing version of a Dominic Cruz. He got amazing footwork, and he's a high volume puncher. Likes to play around with his opponents, which, in my opinion, will come around to Rigondeaux's wheelhouse. It'd be perfect for Rigondeaux, for him to display his skills and shit like that. The difference is Lomachenko is now fighting a lesser opponent. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here is a plotter, man. He's sitting there and he's waiting for opportunities. So that high volume style, if we get the best of Rigondeaux, I will be surprised. Or if Rigondeaux don't have an answer to it, I'll be surprised. So Loma gonna have to find a different game. If I was Loma, I would say start off doing your thing, and if you have to sit you in the ring with a vet, you gotta taste the power. You know what I'm saying? You gotta taste a little Rigo's power, man. So see what kind of answer he got for your game plan or whatever. But switch, man. Go inside, go outside. Kind of smother him. Use your weight to your advantage. And this is what I would do if I was Lomachenko. I would make sure I would make the smaller guy, you know what I'm saying, carry my weight. And so that's what I'm thinking Loma should do. I'm thinking Rigo should pretty much kind of like play the outside sense. See, this is another thing that a lot of people don't really realize. Loma got the height advantage, but Rigo got the reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? So, to be honest with you, Loma don't have an advantage at all, because Rigo could be a small package and explode into a large package. You understand what I'm saying? So Rigo is actually bigger as far as striking range than Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So if Lomachenko decide to get low, you know what I'm saying, to chase Rigo, to try to get on top of Rigo, and Rigo explode, he should generate more power. Pretty much Loma should run into the power of Rigondeaux. So it's a very interesting fight. But to say that, I'm all over the place, man, because I hadn't thought about it. As you can hear, I'm in a truck making a whole bunch of noise and shit, so I hadn't really thought about it, you know what I'm saying, in its entirety. I mean, I hadn't condensed my thoughts. I have thought about it a little bit. And one thing, as soon as I heard that this fight was announced, the very first thought that I had, and I will always have, is I would never put money on a smaller fighter going up in weight. You know what I'm saying? Jumping 2 weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would root for him, you know what I'm saying? But I could never, if you go back to my video on the toilets, on the toilets, I'll say it in French. But if you check out my video back then, I said, hey man, I just couldn't put money on KL Brook because the fight don't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? It's not enough to gain, but Rigo, I can definitely see why Rigo wants Vasily Lomachenko. What is this motherfucker name? Silly or Vasil? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason I think he gonna lose. Cause I'm thinking motherfuckers misspelling his name, mispronouncing his name. You understand what I'm saying? Say, man, I'm a very calculated bettor. And if I did bet against Rigo, it'll be just because. I mean, if I did bet against Loma, it would be just because everybody fucking up his name. I don't see a Illy in that motherfucker, but I might be wrong. I think his name is Vasil. But anyway, come back to center, man, and talk about the fight, man. Get off the bullshit. You know, but I'm just thinking about it in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, man, this is probably right. And I know I've said this probably 3 or 4 times in 2017. But I think this is the biggest fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? Rigo been hyping his fight, man. Dude don't speak English, but he been chasing this guy around. And the guy finally made the fight. You know, in the past couple of days after they came out, they saying that, you know, Rigo took $400,000, which Loma got $1.2 million, which, I mean, for the caliber that these guys are, people are wanting to say that Loma is #1 pound for pound. I've heard people put Loma over Terrence Crawford. You know, but neither here or there. You know what I'm saying? Back to the Loma and Rigo talk. Rigo probably is #1 pound for pound. He just had never went. I don't think he went up any weight classes. I would have to check for that. But honestly, his resume, he's gone up pound. He's won out. I think he won all his fights, if I ain't mistaken, in brutal fashion. I mean, his knockouts are brutal. This guy breaking faces. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, Rigo probably is, you know, #1 pound for pound in real life. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, Terrence Crawford might have something to say about that. Andre Ward, with him being, you know, retired. Rigo probably is #1 pound for pound. But, you know, the boxing pundits, they got Vasily up there between 1 and 3. So there is no reason on earth why this fight shouldn't have been very well hyped. It's a super story behind the fight. And it's a super story behind the players in the fight. But if you look at it, you know, Rigo's from Cuba. He's an African Cuban. You understand? So when you look at it from a certain perspective, maybe, you know, they don't want to, you know, put a lot of money behind Rigo because he really can't speak the language. You know, which as much shit as he been talking with his limited language, that motherfucker speaking hieroglyphics, man. That motherfucker speaking emojis. You know, he been tweeting emojis at this nigga, and they very well understood. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, this motherfucker speaking in hieroglyphics, man. They very well understood. So this guy can promote himself without being a talk. Plus, he got that look, man. He looked like one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? One of them guys, man, who face should be in one of them Hall of Fames years from now. You understand what I'm saying? He got that look, a special look. Vasily got a special look too. You know what I'm saying? Very handsome guy. You know, complexion for the protection. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm really thinking, if you hype this fight up real big, then you put Rigo up in the same class where you put a Mayweather. And not as popularity goes, but the guy would be huge. You understand what I'm saying? And whoever his promoter is, man, they must don't want to promote him, you know, because of the language barrier or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if Vasily loses to Rigo, it'll be a huge stain on promoting him, which is the, you know, the most handsome, charismatic, you know, the guy that got everything going for him. You know, you don't want this blemish to be, you know, you don't want this to be Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson. So I kind of get it. You understand what I'm saying? But neither here or there, man, it's going to be a great show. And if I had to put money on it, I would put money on Vasily Lomachenko, just because, you know, I think I want to say he's like 26, 2 gold medals. You know what I'm saying? pretty much dancing around in the division. He got the size advantage, youth advantage. I think Rigo was somewhere like 38 or 39 or something like that. I sure hate documenting myself being completely ignorant, but I'm not as ignorant as I sound. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not as astute on the information as I should be, but I got a pretty good idea. I got a pretty good gauge of where I am. You know what I'm saying? And so the only reason I would bet against Rigo, my heart is with Rigondeaux. I want to see Rigondeaux win. My heart want to see Rigondeaux win, but my mind says it's not logical for especially in a very low weight, like in the super lighter weights. The athleticism and the youth goes a long way. You don't see very many 40-year-old champions in the lower divisions. You see a lot of it in the heavyweights, but in the lower divisions, 35 is probably like the you know what I'm saying? The athleticism starts to go. So with him being smaller, with him being older, and with him going up 2 weight classes, so you know what I'm saying, it's very hard for me to put my money there. I just hadn't seen that work out all that well too much in the past, but if he does, the guy's stock raises heavily. I don't know where he goes from there, but I know back at 122 he gonna be a hey man, this guy has to be one of the most special fighters of this decade. So I can't wait to see it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here, man. I wasn't really ready. It's just something I want to see. Some things I want to get out. I'm ready, dog. I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't hold back, even though I wasn't ready to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it out there anyway. So when I hang this motherfucker up, we should have a hell of a fight on. And if anybody, you know, just happen to be wandering by and picked up this squabbling game, tune in. You know what I'm saying? Comment, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's going down. I'll holler at you.